Welcome back to Sips of Cinema, the series where we sip on a drink while talking about movies. I'm Cameron Kozak, your host, and this is my brother Chandler, my co-host. Today we're sipping on some Pina Colada Celsius because that's apparently the only Pina Colada drink that we could find besides the alcoholic version. But
I did honestly. We'll just chalk it up to laziness. I didn't want to
it's
turn.
okay.
I didn't want to turn 30 cans looking for different drinks that were Pina Colada flavored.
No, it's okay.
But
I mean, if you've been up to date on recent movies in theaters, and Pina Colada sounds familiar to you. It's not a huge part of the movie, but we're going to be talking about Obsession today, which is, I mean, probably the most popular movie out right now. Maybe the most popular movie of the year besides Project Hail Mary. I mean, this movie
storming the theaters.
It's seriously, it did better its second weekend, which is just unheard of. That's crazy that a movie did better the second weekend. That does happen sometimes when like. It's only popular because people started talking about it, and then the wave of people go to see it, because that was definitely this movie. Like, people watched it
it's a big
posted
like,
on social media.
It's like a big word of mouth success.
They definitely have been doing a really good job with its marketing though, because they've gotten Indy Navarrete like in like everything, and she's been becoming like this very popular person. So people are going to see the movie because of her. They've been giving a lot of interview time to Curry Barker, which is great, and people are loving his vision about horror and all that stuff. But the movie itself is just great. I mean, it's awesome. And you just saw it, and you were like, "We need to go film another episode," even though we just filmed an episode. So I'm curious as to why you were that like whoa about it.
It's just like so. And it might honestly be because you see so many movies that even when you hype a movie up, you downplay it.
Yeah.
Because you were hyping this up, but it still felt like you weren't hyping it up enough.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
No, I know. Like Project Hail Mary is what I was like hyping. Yeah. Like I was like, but, you gotta see this movie.
But what I mean is like, and I don't even mean like you weren't hyping it up enough, but I think that like since you see so many movies, you are more whelmed than overwhelmed when it comes with a lot of releases.
For sure.
So when I was hearing how much you were talking about it, even though it kind of seemed like you were really into it and it was really good, but not crazy. And then I saw the other people like reviewing it. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Cameron said it was amazing. I'm going to go see for myself. You, in your hype, downplayed how insane this movie is.
I know.
And it's just...
Well, I try not to spoil it also.
Well,
I try not to give away like huge moments, because there are a lot. I mean...
There are so many moments.
I love the lighting in this film.
Lighting in horror movies in general is so impactful.
Oh, and it's so important too. But it's like, I really like how this movie did it so well. There is something I made, like, it's not a connection, but it's like there's 3 horror films that came out this year that like really tackled certain parts masterfully. There was Undertone, which you didn't see, but I saw, that mastered sound design. That's
the podcast one.
Yes. Right? That movie
kind of ironic that that's the one that I have.
Yeah, I know. But that movie, you should. Actually, yeah, you should see it because it's literally like one of the scariest movies I've seen ever.
Okay.
And like, I'm not gonna spoil anything, but the sound design in that movie is out of this world. It's crazy. And that's what like everyone has been talking about. This movie, the lighting is amazing. Like that scene of Nikki when she's in the red dress and like you can't even like really see her face, but you can just see this little glint of light in her eye was so just like unbelievable. Was just such like, when you go see a movie, I really don't think people like I think a lot of people will pick up on it, but not enough people will be like, oh yeah, that actually took a lot of setup. Like that scene probably could have been the hardest scene that they shot in the movie, because they have to figure out every single angle. They have to figure out how to make her look like you can't see her, but that you can see every single attribute or accent on her face. But they're really gonna make the eye, like, it's just so awesome. This movie mastered lighting so beautifully, and I was like, that's something that I just had to talk about, because that scene of her and her eye, it was just like one of the most like gorgeous shots that I've seen this year. Just such a simple shot that probably took so much setup with the lighting, and it's just, I respect it a lot. Like, I loved when there's a scene in a movie that you can actually just like think to yourself how much work probably went into this scene, and then it makes you appreciate it that much more. But continue going into why you love this movie so much.
So, I mean, you know that I like horror movies. I like watching them, but you also know that
I know.
I don't really have reactions
No.
to movies at all. I mean, there might have been like a few moments in other movies in the past where it was like, oh, like a little tiny hint of a jump scare. This is the first movie that I can confidently say that it, even though I could see it coming, scared the shit out of me.
Yes, I know. I know what scene you're talking about.
Yeah, well, there were a couple.
But I know what's like, there's one scene that I was like, I know cinematography. I know why it's like I know why it's framed like this. Like something's going to happen. I know why the dialogue sounds like this. I know why it's so quiet.
I knew exactly. I knew the moment it was going to happen.
Yeah.
I was like, it's going to happen right now. And then I called it. Yeah. And I still literally.
Yep.
I'm huge. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm a large person. I physically left my seat.
It's scary. And like terrifying. In that scene, it didn't happen how I thought it was, but I knew something was going to happen. I thought it was going to happen in a different way, but the way it went down, it was worse than what I thought it was going to be, and a lot scarier. Like, freaking. Yeah. I should have told you to watch this because it's a short film that Curry Barker did, but it's called The Chair. Did you watch it?
I didn't watch it.
Oh, okay.
I edited
you edited my video,
so I read about it.
So that short film is really good too, and it kind of has that very similar, just very creepy, loud, shocking moments with really good performances, and it's really good. And I actually didn't know that he made that short film because I had watched it a couple of years ago, and I didn't know that he made that. And apparently he's made a couple of short films, but Curry Barker, he's great. I mean, what he did with this film was, I don't know. And I think a lot of people have...
He lives up to the trope of comedians are really good at making
I know.
horror movies.
Really. And I really do think that he is like the next great horror director. Because now he's making a movie that I'm so excited for. It's about it's called Anything But Ghosts or something like that. I think it's called Anything But Ghosts. And it's this movie about these two con artists that pretend to be ghost hunters to like try and steal money or whatever. And they end up finding themselves in the middle of like coming across ghosts. And they have to try to...
I see what the name is. Like, oh my God, Anything But Ghosts.
Yeah, exactly.
Like that
Anything But Ghosts.
That's the one thing that...
Yes, exactly. And then of course now he's taking over the Texas Chainsaw Massacre reboot that's at A24, which that was announced I think around 2 years ago. They announced that they had bought or maybe not 2 years, but maybe a year. They announced that they had bought the Texas Chainsaw Massacre and they were looking for who was going to take it over. And it's like, I'm so happy that finally a reboot's being put in the hands of someone that actually knows what they're doing. Like, I hate when they do reboots and it's just this random, no offense, like random director that no one's heard of. It's like, what credibility do they have?
Yeah.
At least now he has the credibility of like, I can make something that's frightening. And he said something about how jump scares, because I agree that jump scares are just so, this is why I really love Undertone, because not to spoil much,
no, it's okay.
There wasn't really any jump scares. There was like maybe 2. But that movie was like terrorizing. It was just the sound design was scaring me the entire time. I felt like someone was watching me in the movie theater, and it didn't help that I was like the only person in the theater. So it felt like there was someone over my shoulder. It felt like someone was looking at me. I was scared for my life for that movie. And there was no jump scares. It was just how it was paced, how it was shot, and how they made the sound design. It was amazing. I'm so tired of horror movies being the jump scare cliche of like, you know exactly what's going to happen. But Curry Barker said something about how he wanted to go about making jump scares. It was like, forgot how exactly he worded it, but basically it was, you can anticipate it happening, but you don't know exactly like how it's going to happen.
Or the intensity. Because like I said, like I knew every jump scare that happened in the movie, I knew it was going to happen. But regardless of me knowing that it was going to happen, I had a physical reaction.
Yes.
They're very emotive, evoking.
Yes. It's very well like you're expecting something, but then when it happens, it wasn't what you expected. Because there's a couple scenes in this movie that are so shocking. Like
Oh yeah, like that scene that we were talking about.
Yes,
talking about
well, that one,
I knew that it was going to happen.
Yes.
I did not know to the extent.
Exactly.
And it just kept going.
Yes.
And I kept like
I know
sinking further and further, and my face slowly.
Exactly. That's what I was doing.
What if?
That's what I was doing. It was scary. And then there was like this one scene where she was like in the bathroom. I think it was the scene where he was talking about going to like the guys' night or whatever. Because that his friend invited him to.
We might get into spoiler territory.
Yeah, spoiler territory. But she's in the bathroom, and I think he said something that like that triggered her, and then she's just yelled in the bathroom, and that got me too. Just like these
or like
random
the insane sound of her shutting off the shower.
Yeah.
And like breaking the pipe, probably.
I know. There's a lot of scenes like that in this movie. Or the scene where she like starts walking backwards.
Dude.
Which that was so creepy. Yep.
Dude, I don't know if it was a way that they edited the footage or if it was actually just Indy walking that way. But like,
I don't know.
Dude.
That was insane.
I was convinced that she was possessed.
Yeah.
In those scenes. Like what
I wonder if they like
movie, but like
I wonder if they actually like shot it well, technically shot it in reverse, but she was so I think what they did was they filmed her walking forward, and like that because when she like gets right back to her original spot, she like locks right into place. And there were some people theorizing that was her wanting to redo the scene because she felt like she didn't do enough for him, so she wanted to redo it, and she literally like paced her steps, and I think that's how they did it. I think it was just because, like I said, this movie was made on a $750,000 budget.
And
it doesn't have enough
only
money
filmed
for
a month.
Yeah, and it doesn't. So they didn't have enough money for CGI. It was all practical effects, and they just did the old-fashioned filmmaking way, where she walked forward, and then they just rewound the tape, and that was just her.
You said walking backwards. It kind of does. So the second time, and again, we're getting into spoilers. So
yeah.
Go see the movie. Come back and watch this later.
Please go see it.
Actually, no. The reason why I wanted to make this episode so soon is that they're already pulling it from the theaters. It's got like a week left.
Why?
It's got a week left.
No, they're not.
Yeah.
They're gonna put it back.
They're gonna extend it hopefully, but they're like the cutoff.
I mean,
is supposed to be next week.
I'm not surprised because independent films like that really only do get around a month at most. Like if an independent film like that sees a month, that's great. But now that it's making, I think it's made 50 million or something.
Well, I mean, it was 40 million like maybe 4 or 5 days ago, so I would assume that within that time.
Let's see.
I've seen so many posts on X, Twitter, whatever, that it's just screenshots of the showings that they're going to, and everything is sold out. The one that I went to yesterday with my dad, our dad, was sold
82
out.
million.
It doubled within 5 days.
82 million worldwide on a $750 to $1 million budget. You know how crazy that is? That's insane. To make a profit on this movie, they had to make 3 to 4 million. They made 80 million.
Dude, what is that math?
Well, we'll round up to like 6 million because they did do a lot of marketing, which was probably around 400,000. But that's insane. One, it's 80 times their budget, and that's nuts, dude. $80 million.
Almost 11x.
That's crazy.
In ratio-wise, it did, I think, break a record.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. It's probably one of the most profitable independent films ever, because I think Passion of the Christ is the most profitable independent film, and that was made
over time, or was that on launch?
On launch, because it made 600 million in theaters like worldwide, and I think it had a budget of like 70 million or something, because it was funded completely by Mel Gibson. I mean, so that was,
if it's a 70 million on a 600 million profit, that margin's still less.
Let's see.
In opening weekend
of the Christ budget. It might actually only have been 15 million. 30 million. 30 million budget, and it made like 680 million or something. So it's like it's one of the highest grossing R-rated films of all time, and it's the most profitable independent film, because technically it is, even though it's a $30 million budget.
I'm sorry. I did my numbers wrong when I said that it 10x'd. It almost 1100 or 110x.
You said 11.
No, I almost said 11x. It almost 110x. I left out a zero because I typed it in 8 million, not 80 million. So,
I was gonna say, wait, why didn't I catch that?
Yeah.
So it's 80 million, 80x, basically.
No, 110x. 110x what it costs. It made $80 million on a $750,000 budget.
Oh, well, yeah. Well,
That's
it says 750 to a million, so we can just round up to a million.
Well, then yeah,
because with marketing.
Yeah.
So it's around like 88x.
Which is insane.
That's insane. But it might actually be the most profitable.
I think in terms of margins, if you're saying that The Passion of the Christ made 600 million and it cost 15 or 30 million, you said, right?
Let me see, like the exact number,
because that's only a 20x
box office.
If it was a $30 million,
612 worldwide.
So 600, and it was a $30 million budget.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's like a 20x.
The most.
This has 4 times that amount.
Profitable indie film ever. No, while the 2026 indie horror film Obsession is a massive financial success, it is not the most profitable indie film ever. By overall amount or return on investment, several other independent films boast, and Passion of the Christ. Yeah. So I think Passion of the Christ is still the most profitable, but I don't know. I feel like Obsession will take it.
I feel like profitable cuts off at a certain point. Because what I'm speaking of is just marginal based.
Okay.
In terms of a point of return and how much they X'd their profit.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe overall Passion of the Christ made a profit that is larger, but marginally speaking, they're just making an insane amount more.
Oh, that's okay.
That's what to the cost ratio basis, they are making marginally an insane amount compared to what they spent.
Because Passion of the Christ did make more. It made more money. But they also spent way more. Yes, exactly.
Anyways.
So yeah, I think it probably is the most
marginally speaking. I think cost to return.
That's crazy. That's awesome.
Unheard of. And there's another thing that I saw floating on social medias, and it's pissing me off. You've probably seen it too. Maybe you haven't. I don't know. I don't know how much you use X, because that's what I do.
I don't use X
the majority of the time now.
But
all my friends are on there. A lot of people are saying that whoever's directing the Backrooms, right? I don't know
Kane Parsons.
Yes, that's him. So him and Curry Barker. People are suspecting that these are figurehead people, and there are other more senior directors actually doing the work.
I saw this one podcast or one whatever. It's they're maybe in their 40s or something like that. So it's okay, you're talking about someone that's 20 years younger than you, and it sounds like jealousy because they were there's no way this kid directed Backrooms. There's no way. And I'm just that is so, one, disrespectful, and two, your jealousy is showing. It's just, it's crazy. One, A24 has been doing this for a while, where they put a lot of trust and they put all their money down on people, and they make a lot of, they make some mistakes, but they make some bangers. So it makes total sense that A24 would hire the person that made Backrooms possible. They may not have invented it, but they definitely invented that web series that really grew the attention towards the Backrooms. So it would make total sense that, yes, they would hire this. I think at the time of making it, he was 20 years old or something, or 19 actually. I think he was 19. And working with these, these prolific actors and whatnot. It makes total sense to me, and I think that's very rude. And
very rude.
Assistant directors have been around forever. They have always been around to do assistants. So I'm sure there was probably someone on site that was helping him along, but not in a just sit down and watch what a real director does. It wasn't that, and that's how they made it sound.
Yeah,
it's just he didn't direct it. A24 is just using him to really do it because it's good marketing. It's just you sound like such an asshole. Just shut your mouth. I'm sorry.
Sounds like someone who was never actually successful.
It's seriously, it's possible. It's not the first time.
Yeah.
Orson Welles?
Yeah.
Is his name Orson Welles?
I think so, yeah.
Why does that sound so wrong? Orson Welles. No, that's not, it can't be right.
I'm pretty sure that's his name.
Is it Orson Welles?
Yeah.
Orson?
I don't know. I don't know this.
Oh, it is Orson. Yeah. For some reason, my head is I think I've been talking so fast it didn't sound right to me. Orson Welles.
Shout outs to the energy.
Yeah. I think he was 23 when he made man. I hate doing this because I like talking quick. When he made Citizen Kane, I think he was 23 when he made Citizen Kane, and he starred in the movie too. Like, I mean, this is not new. Like, young people make movies a lot.
You know
they
what
just
I
don't
think
get
it might
seen
be?
like this.
You know what I think it might be though? I think it's because it's a new era of where these new directors are coming from.
A lot of movies are YouTubers.
I know people are downplaying it.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, they're YouTubers. They're not like, they don't take this shit seriously.
Exactly.
Whatever.
I know.
So I'm sure that's why people are talking about it more now rather than, oh, this is a new and up and coming director who's never done anything before. And there's no online presence anywhere because it's, early 2000s.
For sure.
So this is the new up and coming thing. But now that it's 2026, oh, YouTube. Bleh.
I feel like this might rustle up some feathers, but I think it ruffle up some feathers, but it shouldn't. I think today's day, like this generation's version, so like of like YouTubers or content creators becoming filmmakers, like becoming independent filmmakers, I think it's kind of like actors. They acted all their life, but then now they're directing films. They're starting to direct. I feel like it's kind of the same thing, where it's just like they do this one thing and they're really good at that, but how are we going to trust them into being able to direct a full movie? I feel like it's the same thing, where it's just like creative minds come from a lot of crazy areas, like comedy, making horror films. People like never really understood that, but then more comedians started making more dramas or horror movies, and now they're understanding it. And now I think they're going to start understanding that, wow, maybe we should take content creators more seriously, which they have been. They've been getting them on sets. I mean, I'm speaking as one, they've been getting them on sets. They've been getting them to interview people, which I think a lot of I'm always blanking on words.
Professional, by the way.
Yeah, I know. I'm a professional, but like writers or what's
screenwriters?
Not screenwriters, but like
scripts?
No, not a script writer, but like
or scribe. Someone
like that writes online. Like
a blogger?
Not a blogger. What the fuck is the word? It's not a blogger. It's not an interviewer. Why am I? This is like a commonly used word. What do you do for work? I'm a
like an article writer.
Someone that goes out and like does research.
Press.
They do research and then they write a story on it.
I feel like I'm playing a really bad game of charades.
Yeah. What's that word? What is that word? They go out, they interview, and then they write a story on it.
What is that word? To save you,
I'll just say writer, like just a writer or something, or
We're moving on.
Whatever that word is. I really don't know what my problem is. I got to get it checked out. But anyways, I've lost my train of thought. So I was talking about how today's day and age of like social media creators, YouTube creators, whatever, becoming filmmakers is kind of similar to how actors wanted to start doing their own films and wanted to start doing that kind of stuff. Like people would think, oh, they're an actor, they can't direct. And then they do, and they're like, oh, wow, they have something to say. And it's the same thing for YouTube creators. I mean, like Markiplier, he made Iron Lung, which as much as I think that it has a very lackluster script and, I think he should do a little bit more practicing with writing, he definitely knocked it out of the park with the set design, working with his crew to create this really creepy and intense place and use practical effects to he broke the record. It was the most fake blood ever used on a set.
Yeah. I also saw something, I don't know exactly what part of it in terms of like production value, but it was like
that movie was also successful too. Like it made a shit ton of money. I think it made like 30 mil or something.
That's awesome.
On 2 million. So I mean, not as much as Obsession, but it made a lot.
That's still a good marginal return.
Actually, I'm interested. Here, while you talk, I'm going to look up how much it made.
And also look up like what writers are called.
Yeah.
No, but there was something else that I saw too, where it was like in the production of the movie, it would have cost an insane amount of money to like rent out a studio to do something.
Journalist. Fuck.
Wow. Two grown adults.
Who writes in journals for their job?
That's crazy. That's insane. Wow, that actually took us way too long.
Journalist.
And the help of
I'm just
two
like,
different devices.
when I start talking, I just forget. And I'm just like,
that's crazy.
Now, what was I going to research before? Oh, yeah, Iron Lung.
So I don't know what it was specifically in the movie, but it was Markiplier was talking about how if he were to rent out a team or rent out a studio or whatever to do a specific thing for the movie, it would have cost an absolutely asinine amount that he couldn't afford. So instead of paying a company or paying a different team or whatever to do it, he bought the rig himself and taught himself how to do it for the movie to save money.
That's cool.
And it took longer, but he also like took the initiative to learn something new for the movie as well, which is really cool. Again, I don't know what part exactly.
Now that's someone that definitely has a passion, which you know 100% that someone has to have a passion to make an Iron Lung movie because that video game is 30 minutes long and there's like nothing to it. He somehow made a 30-minute game into a 2-hour movie, which is why I think that's why it kind of lacked in story because there was not a lot. It was just a lot kind of thrown in.
Yeah.
And it was he's a pretty good actor. I think he did a pretty good job. There were a couple scenes where I was just like, eh, but then the rest of it was pretty good. So it said 51 worldwide.
Oh, nice.
And it was made on like I think it was like a 1.8 mil budget. That's great.
That's really good. Yeah.
I mean, that's awesome. So he's gonna. I hope he makes more.
I'm sure he will.
Like that's most of that probably went into his pocket. I mean,
it sounded like he wanted to make more.
He should. I mean, because I think he definitely has that vision. Like I think he should have someone else write a script, or maybe just learn a little bit more about what it is to actually write a cohesive story.
Yeah.
But he definitely has the brains to like come up with really. I mean, it was shot really well too. So he didn't shoot it, but
I don't know how it would be done. But I think it'd be cool if he made a Subnautica movie because that was a Let's Play that went
that would be really cool.
Viral for them.
Now that would be a crazy horror film.
And Subnautica 2 just came out, so it would be a relatively like pivotal time frame to do so if he were to release it within the next like 5 years or whatever. If he were to
give him $10 million, and I think he can make a really cool underwater. I mean,
I don't know what they would do exactly for the movie. I don't know anything about the game either. So like,
it's kind of similar.
Never played Subnautica,
where you're just like in this thing, and you're just at the depths of the ocean, and you find creatures, and you try not to get killed. It's like a horror game-esque because it's not like horror, but it's like you're at the bottom of the ocean. It's a horror game.
Yeah.
But anyway,
back to Obsession because
exactly.
Kind of
I was just talking about independent filmmakers being these content creators because we have, like I said, we have Markiplier, we have Kane Parsons, we have Curry Barker. We have the Filippo brothers that did Talk to Me and Bring Her Back, which you saw Talk to Me, right?
Yeah.
Did you? I don't think you saw Bring Her Back.
I don't think I did.
Bring Her Back is great. Yeah. It is awesome. And like it's just they're really well established creators that are making things good. I mean, they're like the best horror movies. Like Talk to Me was like one of the best. It was like that was that year's obsession. Like that was the obsession of that
movie
year.
Was awesome.
That was the film that people were obsessed with that year, and it's the funny bad pun. Yeah, in my head I was just like that sounded stupid. But anyways, yes, Obsession is phenomenal, and I've seen it once, and I do really want to rewatch it. But every day since I've seen it, I've just like kept thinking about scenes and just like how good it actually was.
Are we about to do another joke? Are you obsessed with Obsession?
Oh, I am obsessed with Obsession. But I really do like how Curry Barker has said that he wants to either make like a series or other movies about it because some people have kind of complained about how it's basically just like the monkey's paw where it's kind of you have like one wish and it depends on how you make that wish. But I think it's like the modern version of it, and it kind of makes it so it's its own original idea, and it's not just like you're taking the monkey's paw and then like I don't know. I think it's its own original idea, and it's really fun. And I think there's many routes that it can go because
I can think of a handful.
Yeah, I mean, I had one where it was like not a horror movie, but kind of like a drama where someone's dying of cancer and they only have a couple months left to live, and then they find this thing, and then just like they're so upset about not being on this earth any longer, and their wish is I wish to live a long life. And it's like, well, what does living a long life mean? Does it mean you get to live a long life cancer free, or are you going to live a long life with cancer? Like you are going to live a long life. Also, how long does that mean? Like it's just like wishes that create that kind of question of like how you really you should go about saying your wish. Or we could get a happy movie where someone actually does do the wish right, and then the whole movie is this whole really nice story. Like there's like endless possibilities.
I feel like unfortunately with this kind of stuff though, I feel like it has to have. I just said I feel like so many times.
Yeah, it has to
have some sort of downturn.
Yes,
like it has
exactly.
to have some twist. Like we can't just have a movie where someone goes, "I wish for $1 billion."
Yeah,
and then we watch a 2-hour video of. Or 2-hour movie of some dude just living it up because he's got the money. It's got to have a downturn. So like in the example of what was Bear's friend? What was his name in the movie?
I forget.
Whatever it is in the movie.
Yeah.
Is it like Noah?
Something.
Or something?
Yeah.
I don't know. Sorry. But like so at the end, again, spoilers, we warned you before. At the end, he wastes his wish because he thinks it's fake and he wishes for $1 billion. So imagine that's his
got.
Yeah. Imagine that's his only imagine this is his movie and his wish was like, you know, it actually would have been really funny if they made it like a sequel.
Yeah.
Where like someone was like, "Oh my God, you gotta help me with this wish." Oh, I don't believe you. And then it like completely forgets about the first wish that was the problem. Like imagine it goes through this story where he's like, "I wish I had $1 billion. Because that would solve all my problems." And then the first arc of the movie, the first half, working up to the top, like the peak or whatever, is like him enjoying life.
Yeah.
And then realizing that, you know, money doesn't give him happiness. Now everybody's after him for his money. They all want a piece. Everybody's whatever. He gets super depressed. It declines and then he kills himself.
Yeah.
And then it's like a good message of like money won't solve
everything. Exactly. I had one that kind of went off that money idea. So it wasn't just the money, but it was like wishing to be a CEO of a powerful company. And it's like, well, what kind of CEO are you going to be? What kind of company is it going to be? Are you going to be in like a drug cartel? Are you going to be like, what kind of company is it going to be?
Yeah.
Or there could be like, if he wishes for $1 billion and then everyone starts questioning where all this cash is coming from. And then he starts becoming like the kingpin in people's stories to all of these crazy situations that are happening with like I said, like the drug cartel or like where like where's all this money coming from? And then he just starts being the scapegoat or whatever for all these terrible things that are happening. And then he realizes that like having too much money at once or whatever, or he makes a wish for $1 billion and doesn't use it correctly. And then at the very end, he like finds himself at like where he was at the beginning, like kind of how you were saying. And instead of killing himself, he just like, it's not about having the money. It's about knowing how to use the money.
Yeah. Like he starts off in a dingy apartment.
Yeah.
Cracks it, gets the $1 billion, buys a huge house, bunch of cars,
and
blows it on shit, and then ends up in the same shitty apartment.
Exactly.
That's all he can afford.
Yep.
Yeah.
It would be an interesting story, but I agree that like when you have this kind of power, like it does need to have its like, you know,
it can't just all be sunshine.
Yeah. It needs to have its middle point. It needs to be like, oh, it's a happy story. And then it's like, oh, it starts like unravel. Like I really think it can be a dramatic movie. They don't all have to be horror. I think I think they can be sad. I think it could be a comedy. It could be like, even though this movie was funny, it was kind of a comedy. But someone said, which I was like, oh man, that is like that. You're so right. They were like, there is no way there was 4 people working at the exact same time at a music store.
Yeah, no.
Like there's no way.
Yeah.
4 people and a manager. Like there's no way that there was that many people working at a music store. And and I was like, you're so right.
Yeah.
That's that makes no sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, Obsession it's definitely one of those movies that I'm very happy that people have been talking about because it's so great seeing movies that people have genuinely been enjoying and talking about. And it's not a movie like, I haven't seen a lot of people say that they hated this movie. I've seen a couple people say that they like, well, it's just not my thing. Like, I don't like horror. Like my fiance doesn't like horror. Well, she's very weird about it because like she'll watch like Game of Thrones with this violence, and then there's a horror movie with that kind of violence, and then she doesn't like it.
It might not
no
be
shade to her.
It might not
I understand it.
It might not be the gore. It might just be the shock factor.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But then she loved it. Like she loved this movie.
Same with my dad. Our dad.
Exactly.
He doesn't really like horror movies, but he loved this movie.
Exactly. Yep. And I think it's just really nice because there's also this other movie that came out, which I don't think you saw, but it's called and it's not a horror movie. It's a pretty scary story. But it's called, what's it called? It was the one with Robert Pattinson and Zendaya. It was called The Drama.
Yeah, The Drama. Yeah.
And that was a movie that everyone was talking about. And it's so nice seeing these movies, especially independent films that are like made on a minuscule budget and have a really like interesting story. Like people were actually talking about the characters in that movie. Like that's what movies should be. Like everyone was like, oh, this is the worst character. Oh, this character sucks. Oh, this is the most misunderstood character. Like people were actually, that's what good writing is something that people actually care about the characters. I haven't seen someone care about characters in a movie in like forever. Like someone that genuinely was like a community of people that were talking about each individual character. And it's like, this character is wrong. Oh, this character is misunderstood. She did it when she was a kid. And it's just like, or she didn't do it. She thought about doing it. I understand her. Or this character is wrong because he doesn't think he has like, he doesn't think he ever did like the worst thing in the world. Like he doesn't have like whatever. It's just like, I love when movies can do that. Like genuinely make an audience talk about it. And that's what Obsession is doing.
Yeah.
I like how people are coming up with their own ideas about how the wish can be made. Like how the one wish willow isn't the bad thing. It's your wish. Like that's not what's cursed. It's your wish.
It's also, in this case, the person.
Yes,
dude,
exactly.
Bear
He's terrible.
is one of the worst human beings.
Yep.
Period.
And he's just a loser too. Like
first off,
she definitely liked him.
Yeah.
She definitely liked him. Yeah.
Like I sat there and like saw that instance. First off,
yes,
she straight up asked him. She took all of the pressure off of his shoulders.
If a woman ever asks you if you like her, say yes. If you like her.
Proceed.
If you like her. That is your in, by the way.
And even if it's not, she removed all of the pressure. Because his whole thing was, right time, right thing to say. I don't want to ruin it. She literally asked him.
Yep.
And it was so blaringly obvious.
Yeah, it was.
Like, it was on...
Bearingly obvious.
Yeah.
No, it was.
It was unbearably
obvious. Yeah. I was like sitting in the theater and I was like, dude.
Fuck that guy.
I know. Yeah, he's bad.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah, he's bad. And the fact that he like wanted to get her something and he got her one wish willow. It's like, dude, you are a loser.
Yeah.
Like of all the things that you saw there, you decided to get this one wish willow, and it's because he was already thinking about making that wish
himself. Yeah. It's so stupid.
And just
like not only that, but first off, why didn't you go to your friend at the beginning and go, "Hey, I made a wish."
Yeah.
And it sounds crazy, but this shit worked. Can you whatever? But he just kept going along with it.
I know.
And then when it got to the point, again, spoilers. I don't care. I'm talking about this.
Yeah. Well, at this point, it doesn't matter.
I know. But like, dude, in the scene where he gets up in the middle of the night to go talk to Sarah, I think it was when he left to go talk to Sarah.
Yeah.
And
in the car.
And and Nikki woke up, but it was actually Nikki and not the wish Nikki.
That was creepy.
And she said, "Just kill me, please."
I know.
And then Bear had the audacity to say, "Is it so wrong being with me? Or is it like that? Is it just that weird thinking about being with me?"
Yeah.
And it's like, first off, holy shit.
Yeah,
if I was in this universe...
Naive final boss.
If I was in this universe, bro, you would not have lived past the first 3 seconds. I would have used my wish.
Yeah. It is crazy.
But like, dude, first off, that like throughout the whole movie, she snapped in and out of real Nikki and wish Nikki.
I wish we got to see more of that.
I wish we did too.
Like I wish we had a scene where it was almost like King Candy, where he was like where he kept switching places.
It's salmon.
Actually, there was kind of a scene.
Yeah, there was.
There was like one very small scene where it was kind of like in and out of like each character. But sorry, continue.
No, but like it's just like, dude.
Yeah, very bad.
What the fuck?
But it's such a well-written character because on like at face value, he doesn't seem like a terrible person. And I don't mean that in like, I just mean that in like, he's not doing something every second that you're like, dude, he's an asshole. Just the way he said that, he's an asshole.
Also,
he just seems like a normal guy. But then once you really start seeing like everything that he's doing, he is a messed up person. Just like messed up in the mind, especially, I mean, like with how he reacted when she was talking to him in her sleep. and then he just completely ignored it. I feel like he knew the entire time.
Yeah.
He knew the entire time that his wish worked. He just like ignored it.
Yep. But like, dude, first off, there were so many moments where I was just like, holy shit. Like the scene where, and I don't want to get too graphic, but the scene where it like cut from them being somewhere or something and like going home and then them just going at it.
Yeah.
And she was just lying there.
Yeah.
Like very,
Crazy.
very not.
Yep.
Very not wanting to be there.
Mm-hmm.
Like you could visibly see it. And it was like, this is so disturbing.
It's crazy.
This is so messed up.
Yep.
And the fact that, first off, the fact that she even responded when he said like, is it this wrong? Is it that wrong being with me or whatever? And her response was, I've never been with you.
Yeah.
Like that's what she said. And it's like, if that doesn't fucking snap, the only good thing, or not the only good thing, but shout outs to Nikki for unintentionally saving herself at the end. Because like, first off, if she didn't crack that willow and make the wish, which I'm assuming the wish was Bear loves me as much as I love him.
Yes, it was.
So that it balances out.
Yep.
But like, dude, if she didn't crack that willow, first off, the only good thing that he did was himself.
She still would have came back though, because he was. Well, no, he wouldn't have because he was going to. He was gonna.
He's such a coward.
Yeah, I know.
In every way.
Yep, he is,
dude.
Yep.
Biology wise, you have him, but fucking grow a pair. Holy shit, Jesus! This whole movie, could have been. Like I said that to Dad. I was like, first off, she was basically telling him that she liked him.
Yes.
And second, and I guess that I know that for a movie, like they have to be over dramatic when it comes to like making wishes or whatever.
Well, yeah.
But like, even if he went through with the wish, all he had to say was, I wish that she reciprocated my feelings. I don't think that would have taken such an insane turn.
Yeah.
Like, why do you have to be like, love me more than everything possible? What is wrong with you?
Yep.
First off, you don't want that.
No.
Even at surface level of like making a wish, why would anybody actually want someone to praise the ground that they walk on?
Yeah.
Like nobody should want that. I don't know. This whole movie was just fucked up, and
they weren't. None of them were like actually friends. Like
they were because like coworkers.
The guy, like they were like acting as friends, but his like guy friend or whatever. The fact that he was already hooking up with Nikki and he was like helping
Which, I mean,
him.
Do we even know what's true and what's not? Because like Sarah could have been lying about that.
That's true. Wait, no. Because then because at the end he was like, you can have her. Like, you can have her. And he's like, is that what this is about? Like, I think that kind of proved that.
It might have, but like, it could have also been.
But I don't know. I think
it could have
Sarah
also been
Sarah seemed very, I think that's what her character was supposed to be. Someone that was like innocent. Like, I don't think she was lying. Because like her getting into the college and then her dying was just kind of very emotional. I think she was that innocent person that was like, genuinely had feelings for Bear.
I wasn't like accusing anybody of anything for the movie.
No,
I just meant like it was never truly confirmed. So like he could have been trying to say that because he wanted to get with Nikki, or she could have told a lie because she wanted to get with Bear. Well, Sarah wise, I mean.
Yeah.
But like, regardless of the fact, first off,
which by the way, Sarah and Bear were cuter together as long as
as long as Bear wasn't
a terrible person. Yeah.
But like, again, shout outs to Nikki for unintentionally saving herself. But two, that poor girl.
Sarah?
No, not Sarah. Nikki.
Nikki. Oh, okay.
Like apparently, I'm sure that you've already heard this, but for the people that are watching that haven't, the end scene that we got wasn't the scene we were supposed to get. This was an alternative ending. Oh. So the way that they initially filmed it was that Nikki kills herself before she snaps out of the wish.
Yikes.
And they went to go, like, they finished that shot, and then I forget what I read, but someone said, hey, why don't we do it where she doesn't?
Yeah.
Well, like, why don't we end this?
Why don't we don't do that?
Let's do one take where she doesn't do that and she snaps out of the wish. And they filmed it in one take, and that's what they went with.
I loved the ending scene where the camera went down
upside down
to the TV. One of the best end credits, like rolling credits ever. It was so cool. It was just like so creative, and then you just hear her crying in the background. Imagine waking up to that, like Sarah with her face all beaten in, which by the way, that scene was so upsetting and sad because I was like, damn, they're setting up this her getting into the college and she's gonna get her shit kicked in. And that scene of her getting her face smashed was so it was crazy. Like that's good practical effects.
Yeah, very good practical effects.
Very good. And just so scary because I was like, I was starting to like her. She was so nice. She was so nice.
I know.
She did not deserve to die. And then at the end, they all freaking died. And then someone made a video about Sarah's dad coming into work and he was like, hey, where is everyone?
Yeah.
They're all dead in the same house.
I saw a comment. He was like, man, I feel really bad for what's the actor's name?
I don't know.
It's like Andy Richter, I think.
Oh, yeah, I think you got it. Yeah, I think
it's
something like that.
Yeah.
I know his name's Andy or something.
Yeah, it's something close to that.
Yeah.
But I saw someone who's like, no one's commenting on how Andy Richter's character must feel. He just lost his daughter and all 4 employees.
Yeah, pretty much. Nikki is probably going to spend the rest of her life in an insane asylum. But man, because like imagine just waking up to that.
Dude.
You skipped everything else and then just like, because, well, I'm wondering if, well, I don't know. Because, like, if she looked that shocked to see everyone, I was kind of thinking, like, what if Nikki was seeing everything happening, like, in her mind, but wasn't able to, like, control her body, but she could see everything happening?
I assume that that's the case because, one, the phone call happened when he's like, do you want to talk to her? And then it's just her screaming.
Oh, yeah.
And then the second point is, like, when she woke up in the middle of the night to talk to Bear. She's like, she's sleeping. Kill me now.
That
please.
Was, yeah. The scene where
this isn't her. Yeah. Like, this is the real Nikki. Please kill me.
The scene where she was watching him sleep was also just like, oh,
dude, the makeup.
I know.
Uncanny Valley makeup.
And when she was in like the corner, that where like she literally looked draining.
It doesn't feel mutual.
I know. Like Bear,
awesome line.
Bear being able to like sleep with that happening, he's a psycho. Like being able to sleep with like that happening. You have to have something missing in your head to like be able to like sleep and think that that's normal. Like she's just being cute. Dude. Like she just like did this into the corner telling you that like I just like watching you sleep. Like just go to sleep. Just go to sleep. Like he just called out Nikki and she's in the corner. He's like, go to sleep. That like that sound design in the movie, that is like what Undertone is like the entire time, is just thinking like just like, because I told you, like, I watched Undertone through my fingers. I don't do that. Like, I think I feel like I'm losing some
nerves.
Not nerves, but tolerance to horror.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm actually getting a little bit more scared by them.
I think it might also be just the fact that we're growing up and we're able to process emotions differently.
Exactly. Like,
I think when we're younger, we're trying to be the tough guy that sits
exactly. But now we're actually like, oh, imagine being this woman being controlled and can't do this. Or imagine, like, being the father to that daughter is getting her face smashed in, or imagine like you're like, just, I don't know, you just put yourself into other situations and then it actually becomes this like scary thing. Like you actually start like, you just see it differently.
Dude, the craziest part about these like different instances in this movie though, that like constant, like you said, like I wish we saw more of her snapping in and out of like Wish Nikki. I think we saw
we did. It was when like he was like, you're scaring me, because she kept like, and that's when she like backed up. It was just like she just kept like going forward.
I don't even mean that part though. I mean like when they're at the party. And
she, like, that scene is so good.
But like, dude, when she hits herself in the face, you can tell that she snapped into normal Nikki and tried to off herself.
Yeah. I guess you're right.
Nikki.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah.
Because there's so many instances in the movie where she like falls back and goes, "What the fuck?"
But do you think that Nikki knew that that Bear was the cause of this? Because she doesn't know about the One Wish Willow.
If she was witnessing it the entire time through Wish Nikki's eyes, then they would have, because she even said it. This is what you wished for, or the love only a One Wish Willow could.
But she was so nice to him when she was like telling him to kill her. She wasn't like, I can't believe you did this to me. It was just like a kill me, kind of like
she's probably over it.
Just okay,
like she's just over life.
Yeah, that's true, I guess. But that scene where she like started like killing herself, or like tried to. That scene was nuts, and it was funny, but it was also creepy. Like when she was standing behind Sarah, like I was like, is she about to like smash her face into the table?
Sound design and there when she like moved the table back, or the chair back,
or the chair, and then her frowning. That might be one of the best frowns in cinematic history.
I saw
it was crazy.
There's a shirt. It just says obsession with a huge picture of that frown.
Oh really?
I want to get it.
It's
such
so
a
good.
perfect shirt.
It's a great frown. Yeah. I mean, like that is like Whew.
Dude.
How do you make a frown like look so creepy or desperate? Like literally, like it's just wow.
Yeah.
It was impressive.
Crazy. Every part about this movie. She's phenomenal.
She's great.
She's just an insane actress. Like,
she's great.
I saw
that she followed me, and I was like, "Oh, that's so good." Because now, and then I followed her back because like now, when I'm like putting a movie together, I can think of her, just like cast her in it.
Yeah.
I'm just like, it's like it pays me in like on social media sometimes. Like,
it pays me on social
it just
media.
like falls into my lap. It's just like now I have this actress that I could cast in my own film. But anyways, go ahead.
But like the amount of different ways that she contorted her face in the movie made it seem like they were different actresses.
I know.
Like and like different persona. First off, again, fuck Bear. Like, dude, that guy dehumanized her so bad. She stood in the house without control of her body.
Yep.
Soiled herself, shat on the carpet, puked, covered in just this whatever. And all he does is walk through the door, go, what the fuck, go shower.
Yep. I know.
What is that?
Yep. He's terrible. I like how passionate you are about this. That's what movies should do.
It just pisses me off.
That's what movies should do.
It just pisses me off.
No, yeah.
Like I understand that it's just a character, but
no,
like
that's okay.
But
that's
like
what movies
literally,
should do.
like I said, if I were in that universe,
it's like the biggest compliment to the filmmaker.
If I were in that universe, like let's say I was his friend.
Yeah.
Like let's say I was his friend, and that, like the like or well friend because they're like coworkers. Well, or whatever. Yeah. But like, dude, if I witnessed all of this random shit that just started happening with this girl because of you, you seem to not care. Even if I don't know that it was because of a wish that you granted, I'm grabbing a willow of my own and I'm just going, yo, 6 feet under.
Damn.
That dude is worth
but
less.
You wouldn't know. Yeah, but you wouldn't know.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is if I did. Like in that world, if I did. Or like when he said I wished. And he gave him the willow to make the wish.
Oh, yeah,
I would have done that.
Oh, okay.
Hopefully that doesn't say too much about my personality or like me as a person. No. I'm definitely taking it to extremes. But like, dude, he is not worth the carbon that he's comprised of.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, like
I think anyone are worth more than him as a person.
I think anyone, like if I can, I'm not like saying what Bear did was right because it wasn't. But I think if anyone was handed like a one wish willow or did it, everyone would think that it was fake. Everyone. I think anyone that had a one wish, and I think anyone would make a wish like that because they don't think it's gonna come through. They're just like angry in the moments. They're tired. They're blah. Like I just and then just break it, and they don't think it's gonna come true, and then it does, which. Not really, but just like no one would like take it seriously, even if it like there's small print on it that says like it is real or whatever. But that's where I think like I can understand that just like anyone I think would make a crazy wish like that, and that's what makes it so interesting because like who in their right mind is gonna know to make the wish as correct as possible? Because I feel like no matter how you make a wish, I feel like there's always going to be a downside to it.
Oh yeah.
Like no matter how perfect your wish is about making this person in love with you.
Let's run the theory. Think of a wish. And then we'll think of a downside.
Ooh. That's a good question actually. A good wish. Let's say I wish that well, now that me and my fiance are looking for houses, I wish every house on the market was
$100,000. Okay, let's think of a downside. There won't be any houses available because everybody will be scooping them up.
Yep. I wish every house on the market was free.
Same problem.
Well, same problem, but like.
Do you mean free as in purchasing or free as in vacant?
Just vacant, that you can just go and take it.
Then there would be a bunch of squatters going into every house.
Murder. World War III.
Yeah. But I mean, even if you use a wish for something like, I wish I had this sports car, you're gonna take that thing out and crash it and die.
Yes, exactly.
Like something as minuscule as that. Or like, I wish I had a dog.
Yeah.
You don't know what dog you're gonna get. This thing could be like, where the fuck did I come from and kill you?
Yep.
Like anything could happen.
Yes.
There are so many different pathways that like.
Yep.
Every wish is going to have a downside.
Exactly, 100%.
I mean,
like I wish I was like 5 inches taller, and then you have back problems.
And you hit your head on everything.
Yeah, exactly.
Tall enough.
Yeah. No, exactly. Or just like, I wish I had absolute charisma, and you just become this. I don't even know. Just
the Rizzler, but like
the
real.
Rizzler. The Rizzler's very real.
No.
Oh, okay.
I just meant like not the child.
Oh,
but
yeah.
like you become Mega Chad or Giga Chad, whatever the name is of the meme.
Giga Chad.
Yeah.
Baby, don't hurt me.
The everywhere you walk, the soundtrack, the
yeah. I love that guy so much.
Yeah.
I love seeing every single video of his, and they're just like crazy, like jokes or whatever. And then I look at who posted it, and it was him.
Yeah.
It's just so funny. It's just like, dude, you're so funny.
But like, I mean, even again, we'll go to the super toned down version of the wish that I said that Bear could have made. Even if he makes the joke,
Exactly.
I wish that Nikki reciprocated my feelings.
Yeah.
What if the feelings that were reciprocated were all of the insanely shy tendencies?
Or the insanely shitty motives. Like, what if she ends up going to get a One Wish Willow and has the exact same mindset?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, what does that mean?
Yeah,
exactly. Like, what does that wish mean? To reciprocate my feeling? Like, what does that mean? Feelings as in, like, what does that mean? Feelings towards you? Feelings towards other things? Like, that means basically feelings of anything. So that means that she will just be a carbon copy of you, and she's going to do what she could be, like the most epic being of all time that knows exactly, like basically your shadow, knows everything that you're going to do. It's just, it won't be the wish that you wished it to be. It's just, there's endless possibilities. The hard part is making it interesting.
Yeah.
Like coming up with a really good idea. Like you easily could have made a movie about someone being obsessed with someone, but then Curry Barker went in the route of making it super creepy and kind of eye-opening to that idea of, you know, losing someone's autonomy, like taking someone's autonomy away. And I think that's very interesting, but also making it a story about codependency and how that in itself is horror and horrific. So he definitely made it as interesting as it could possibly be, I think. And he did a bang up job.
Amazing. And side tangent, just from like I like aesthetics of certain things or whatever.
Yeah.
I need to find a place where I can get the other like not voodoo, but like the other like ephemera toys that were around the One Wish Willow. There was like that voodoo doll that was sitting there draping over the shelf, or like the sign in the back that had like a ghost on it, and it was like a different voodoo doll or whatever. Like I'm gonna actually, funny enough, side tangent from what we're talking about. Came back from the theater last night, started playing Frag Punk with Jules, immediately got into the call, and I was like, dude, I don't care what your plans are this week. You and I are going to see Obsession.
Okay.
And he was like, I'm not going to lie. The second you joined call, I was going to ask if you wanted to go see Obsession this week. And I was like, well.
I mean, I'll go with you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I want to see it again.
Yeah.
Okay, so
we're going on Thursday, so I don't know if that messes up your
What's
plans.
Thursday? What day is that?
In 2 days.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I could probably go.
Okay.
I don't think I have anything. But so you have an insane reaction to this movie. What would you say you like more, or like just the feeling of it? Would you say Project Hail Mary or Obsession?
Oh,
as far as just like we both like we both for Project Hail Mary, just like this is a masterpiece. It's one of the best movies of all time. Just this movie's crazy. This like the cinematography is amazing, and then this movie you're just obsessed about. No pun intended. But like what would you say
all
is
puns
like
intended.
What movie would you say you're more just like inclined to be like, yeah, Obsession was just mind blowing to me. Like I just haven't seen something like that in like ever. It's same thing for Project Hail Mary. Like, what would you pick?
So I think comparing the movies or whatever is kind of like apples and oranges. Not to take a cop out, and I'm not going to.
And I don't mean comparing movies kind of like story-wise. I just mean the movie that you left the theater and your emotions. What would you say was more impactful to yourself?
I have two answers then. I think in terms of experiencing it and leaving the theater, Project Hail Mary takes the cake.
Okay.
But it's also because I didn't know anything about the movie going in. So I had the experience of the movie. I think in a different aspect, I appreciate, like, and pun intended, am obsessed more with Obsession.
Okay.
Because of all the stuff that I know about it.
And then it still blew your mind.
Yes, but like the fact that it's Curry Barker's like first full feature length film. The budget to profit ratio, where the actresses and actors came from, how they're content creators.
Yeah,
like I think everything that I knew about the movie that got me excited about the movie and got me to go to the theater. Had a bigger impact than me going to see Project Hail Mary and like having my mind blown.
Okay,
so I think overall, I liked the experience of Obsession more.
Oh.
Just because of all the stuff that I had prior to actually seeing it. Like this is, and I even posted about this before. I was like, Obsession is the one movie that I want to see in the theater more than anything and haven't seen it yet.
Wow.
And then I went to go see it, obviously, after posting that. Because I saw the tweet about them taking it out of the theater next week. And I was like, well, I have to experience this in the theater.
It's going to get re-released. There's like no reason why it shouldn't.
And I don't know if it's like a contractual agreement. Like maybe...
Well, no, it is. It's like when they have an agreement of how long it's in the theaters, but then they bring it back because, oh shit, this movie made a like crap ton of money.
I feel like it's going to miss out though. Like even if it's brought back, I think they need to do whatever they can to extend its current
for sure.
run, instead
they
of
should. Well, they did it for Project Hail Mary. I mean, Project Hail Mary is still in theaters and it came out in February. I mean, the movie's been out for 3 freaking months. That's a long time. That's a long time. I think it's still in theaters because it's just making a shit ton of money. Like any film company would be stupid if they decided, this movie's been making so much money, we're going to pull it. It's just like, are you dumb? No, it'll be back in theaters. It might take a week, but they'll bring it back. Like people are going to be upset and rioting. They're going to be like,
The other thing, the other thing I can't wait for though is, as much as I want it to stay in the theaters as long as possible, they are going to be releasing it on digital services for like streaming. And when they add it onto streaming services, they're adding the uncut, unrated version, from what I heard, which is apparently longer. And like it doesn't add anything like nudity wise, but like more gruesomeness. When people say unrated, they're just like, no. I saw somebody post that, and the first comment was like, so like I get to see titties. And I was like, are you fucking stupid?
People are weird.
No.
People are weird.
No.
People are weird.
Not what that means.
People are very weird.
But I can't wait to see.
I mean, there was titties in the movie, but it was
more
a dead woman.
Yeah. Which is
that was creepy. I was not expecting that. I was like, dang.
And I was like,
holy shit.
So the movie did a really good job of like giving me what I expected while also subverting my expectations.
Yes.
Because like I knew that the scene in the car was going to happen. But I also thought that it was going to be the end of Sarah.
Yeah.
And then the very next scene when he walks into the house, the corpse is just sitting there.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo.
Yep. Crazy.
Yo.
I know. It was like,
what?
Whoa.
The fuck?
I know. I had the same reaction too.
Yeah.
It's like, dang. And it was like when I saw her face too, I was like, oh man, that is like the roughest thing I've seen.
But yeah, I can't wait. Like I'm obviously seeing it again. We're seeing it again.
Yeah.
If you do end up tagging along.
I do really want to see it again in theaters. Like I want to see it like, because like I kind of went into it with kind of similar to Project Hail Mary, in which I didn't really know anything about it. Like I knew that Ryland Grace was gonna be with Rocky, but I didn't really know anything further. I didn't know all the cool stuff they went to. I didn't know how it was filmed. I didn't know how. So I feel like someone that didn't see Project Hail Mary when it first came out, but then after seeing videos like what I make about talking about how it's filmed, why it's peak cinema, and all these cool things, how they filmed Rocky, how they filmed the astrophage scene, and blah blah blah. And then someone, after hearing all that stuff, then to go see the movie, still amazed, even though they knew all this stuff. It's kind of the same thing with Obsession, in which I didn't really know anything about it. I didn't know all the cool stuff because I saw it a little bit early. I saw it about I think it was like a week and a half early before it came out. So I had seen it without even watching really any trailers. And I went into it knowing that it was about this One Wish Willow and that it was directed by Curry Barker. That's all I knew. And I was still just like, I was just blown away by it.
Yeah.
So I kind of have the same, same experience that I had with Project Hail Mary, in which I didn't know anything about it. So I personally, Project Hail Mary is one of my favorite movies of all time now, but
yeah, agreed.
I just think my experience out of Project Hail Mary is still unmatched with anything that I've seen this year, and anything that I've seen probably in like a long, long time. But I totally understand your reasoning behind it, because I think Obsession is definitely one of those movies that people
It'll
will
go
have
down in history.
Oh yeah,
it already has,
yeah.
but like it will be forever remembered.
It will be. It's definitely a very important movie in the cinematic world. You know, independent filmmaking wise, and just decision making as far as filmmaking goes, and how he went about making it. It definitely will go down in history.
And however, he needs to continue with this in one way or another, whether it's a TV show, whether it's like a movie saga, whatever he wants
does.
to do.
No, he definitely.
I know he wants to, but he needs to.
No, I think he needs to as well.
I think
people will see it. It'll make a shit ton of money. He needs to make it.
I think not right now, but eventually, I think it would be really cool. And take notes if you want to use this, Mr. Barker. I think it would be incredible for us to have a saga, whether it's the movies or the shows, seeing all these different experiences with the One Wish Willow, and then he releases an origin story called Willow, and it's about a guy that finds a tree. And he's like contemplating thoughts or contemplating his life, and things aren't going the way that he wants. And he comes across this tree and he makes a wish, and his wish is that he wants to be a successful businessman. Obviously, we don't know what's going to come of that, but what if that tree that he was then sitting next to happened to be where all these One Wish Willows came from a willow tree? And the business is the tree. And he farms the tree for all the bark and distributes them. And the movie is about how he becomes this successful business. But all the trials and tribulations that come with becoming a genie, essentially. And how people start complaining that their wishes are going awry and nothing's going their way. And, I think it could be a really cool origin story of like how these One Wish Willows got out. Which is pretty cool. But
no, I think that sounds like a really. Oh, sorry, I'm just like. Ugh.
You're good.
I think that does sound like a really good idea. There's many possibilities. I think that Curry Barker. I feel like with his, well, obviously he has a masterful imagination. I think he'll be able to come up with a lot of.
Oh, for sure.
I don't think it shouldn't. He shouldn't do it so much to the point where it becomes him. Like, that's the only thing he makes. I really would want to see some new original stuff. Like he already filmed the Anything But Ghost movie, so it's done and it's just waiting to get.
Cool.
Yeah, it's done. So it's gonna be going to festivals and it needs to get distributed. So I'm sure Focus Features will probably distribute it. They just made a really good. I mean that even if it's not like the biggest, payday in the grand scheme of things with how much money it was. I mean, $80 million is a lot of money, but for how much it made with the budget, it's incredible. And I don't know. I think just we need more filmmakers like this, like just ones that we can trust with a small budget. I think that's very important. I think so many filmmakers are handed $200 million and they make shit. And then we get films like this where they're handed like basically nothing and they make like the best thing out of it. If you give someone not a lot of money, they're going to do everything in their power to
stretch every inch of that dollar.
Exactly. And actually care about the money. But when you start giving them huge budgets, a lot of the time, they're just not going to care about it. They're going to use it in areas that they don't need to, like CGI or
like how I talked about how the whole budget of the movie was less than the cost of the catering fees for the Grogu and Mandalorian
exactly.
movie. Like that's fucking crazy.
Yeah, exactly. Now the catering, that probably is to do with flights, hotels, all that stuff.
You think all that would fall under catering?
Because catering is usually just like food,
from what I
understand. But those budgets are also crazy for like lodging and flights. Those budgets are crazy. So maybe it falls into the same, but I don't know. It's probably different. But yeah, $750,000 for catering.
No, more. The movie costs less than the Mandalorian and Grogu budget for catering.
That is crazy.
Like that's wild.
Yeah, that probably also is because of like the dinners that they go out to when they take like the whole cast and crew out to luxurious dinners that cost $30,000.
It probably has to do with the length of time that they spend filming these movies too. I mean, this movie was shot in less than a month.
Oh yeah,
I'm sure that the Mandalorian movie was shot in a way longer period of time. Than a month.
It was probably like 3 months. That's my guess. It was probably 3 months because 1 month is actually not like. 1 month is for an independent project that's around how long it usually takes.
Oh, really?
A month or less.
That seemed crazy fast to me.
No,
but maybe that's just because I'm unversed in the world of filmmaking.
Usually, films. Some huge budget films film within 60 days because that costs money. Like time is money when you're making a film. You need to get permits, which you only have a certain amount of time for permits to shoot in areas. You need to pay licensing fees to be able to shoot on location, and you only get this amount of time, so you have to get it. That's why when they reshoot, it costs a whole lot of money. So it's all about getting things done as fast as possible. So films really try to do it as quick as possible. I think the longest film to ever be made, filming wise, I think is Eyes Wide Shut. I think it was 370 days or something like that.
What about Boyhood or whatever that movie was called?
Well, I think that's.
Or you think that's a different story?
That's a little different. Okay. I think the way that they go about it, because they put it on pause, but legitimately, Eyes Wide Shut was, I think, consecutively shot over a year, and I can look more into that because I think that definitely is a little bit different when they do go on a break for maybe 3 years or something like that, and then they start up again. But yeah, so they really do try to get films made as quick as possible. Not in a rushed way, but just kind of in they plan everything out. They know what they're doing on these days. And then, films aren't shot for the beginning of the story to the end. They're shot middle. They shoot the end first. I think they actually did do that for this movie. I think they shot the end first. But yeah, so what were we going to say?
So I reminded myself of this while we were talking about this, because when I said the whole over the course of years, I immediately was just like, but you're talking about front to end, like book cover closing. And when I said the front to end book cover, it made me think of the scene where they're in the diner and when she does the no, why would you do that? Like that scene. Before that whole thing happened and they were talking about, or actually it might have been after that happened.
Yeah.
But during that scene when he goes, my stomach just made a bunch of noises. But that scene where that happens and then he goes, yeah, people think I'm like a closed book or whatever. And she goes, why? Who said that? And he was like, you did. You said that I was like hard to read or like very closed-minded or whatever. And like I know that it was like Wish Nikki talking and stuff like that. So it's all like a possession type thing. But when she said the line, well, sometimes like a closed book is good because that means I get to start from the beginning.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, Nikki.
Yeah, that's a
great line.
It is. Wow. I thought that too. I was like, wow. Dang, that's a good line.
She got game. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That was such a good line.
I thought that too.
The writing in this was just...
It was great writing.
Was phenomenal.
It was really good writing. I mean, just like good dialogue, but also just really good like scenarios of how they put the characters. Really good characters, interesting characters. It was a really well written movie.
And I think the best part about it was that, at least for me anyway, because you know how we were talking about how like, oh, with your wish you're gonna have like the ups and then you're gonna hit the down and then it's gonna go down.
Yes.
I don't even think this movie had that. The second that wish was made, you could tell that this was gonna go fucking batshit.
It was already down.
Even when she came back to the car and she was like, oh, I'm just, my cat died and I'm sad. And then he was like, your cat died? And she was like, oh, I mean, your cat died. Yeah, sorry about that. And then, like, she kept going. I was like, yo.
Yep.
There wasn't even a moment for them to enjoy this. She is snapped already.
Yep.
The writing, it was so good.
It was great.
It was such a good movie.
Yes.
This is unironically one of the longest episodes I think we've recorded.
I think so too.
And
yeah, I think
we've been talking about this movie for a minute.
Yeah, we have been. Woo.
Yeah. So if that doesn't just prove like the gravity that this movie has, that's crazy.
It's been about maybe like an hour and a half at least.
Yeah, and typically the episodes that we have that are the longest are like the
52 an hour.
But like no, I'm talking about the longest episodes that we have are the peak ones where we're talking about 10 movies.
Yeah.
And
but
we just did
talking
this
about
one
a movie. Yeah, for sure. But I think
crazy.
We'll maybe we'll make another episode because we're seeing it again. So maybe we'll come up with more things. But I think we'll put a pause here. But yeah.
Sorry about my stomach if you guys can hear it.
How long have you been with her?
How long have you been with her?
How long have you been with her? But yeah, that's what we'll put a pause on it for now. Maybe we'll do a part 2. It depends on if we have more to talk about. That's, will actually make for a decently long video. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed Obsession. If you did,
and go back to 2003 and watch Inception as well.
It's not that old.
It's pretty old.
It's not 2003.
No, maybe not 2003.
2011 or something. 2009 or 11.
I think it's 2008.
But no, it's not.
It's not 2008.
I think it's
really?
2000.
Let's not end the video.
No,
just yet.
it's 2000. Let's see.
My guess is okay.
I'm gonna say 2010.
Do you know for a fact it is in 2008?
Yes, I know for a fact.
You know for a fact
not.
that I'm going to say 2009.
It's 2010.
Dude, my stomach is crazy right now. It's 2010. All right, we'll end it there. I'm embarrassed. Get me out of here.
I should know that stuff.
yeah.
That's my job.
Get me out of here.
Yeah, if I messed that up, I would have been like in the shitter.
Yeah.
But anyways, we will end the episode there. Thank you so much for sticking around to the end of it. We appreciate every single one of you. We'll see you next week.
Bye.